Hello and welcome to Let's Play King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. As the name implies, this time around it's Rosella, daughter of King Graham and Queen Velanese, who takes the spotlight. As you may have noticed, I didn't do a video where I read the story from the manual this time. That's because all the backstory in the manual is just a recap from the previous games. There's nothing we didn't already know. Everything we need for this game is explained in the introduction. King's Quest IV was released in 1988 and was the first game to use Sierra's new SCI engine, giving it more detailed graphics and much improved sound. In fact, King's Quest IV was not only the first Sierra game, but the first computer game in general to support the ad-lib music card and the Roland MT-32. And Sierra even hired a professional composer to write the score for this game, an unprecedented move at the time. Of course, I will be using my genuine Roland MT-32 to record the music for this game, so you can hear it the way the game designers intended it. And as you can see, we also have to answer a question, which is a copy protection for this game, so rather than pages and pages and pages of spells, you just have to give you one word from the manual. So, excuse me while I look that up. We need to go to tip number 5, which is somewhere near the back of the manual, if I'm not mistaken. Tip number 5 is bring along some help. Well, that's what it says here, but the manual confirms it. And we need the 9th word. It says the land of Tamir can be terrifying at night. So I think that's night then. Yes, Tamir is the name of the land that we will be going to. Hopefully I'll get this right, otherwise I'll look really stupid. But I got it right. And yes, this is our first time. With the return of his long-lost son, Alexander, and the rescue of his daughter, Rosella, from the terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurer's hat to younger blood. He flings the battered hat towards his children while his wife, Queen Velanese, proudly looks on. The hat arches through the air. Suddenly, King Graham experiences a terrible squeezing pain in his chest. "Help me!" he rasps. The adventurer's hat lies unclaimed upon the floor, forgotten. While that happy family reunion lasted about 2 seconds, King Graham lies weakly in bed, Father Death hovering near. Grief suddenly overwhelming her, Rosella runs from the room. "Oh, Father," she sobs, "you're still young. You should have many years ahead of you. Oh, I wish I could help you, Father." "Do you really mean that?" a soft voice asks. Rosella looks up but sees no one. "Who's speaking to me?" "I am," the voice says. "Look in the magic mirror." Rosella sees an image in the mirror. Who are you? She queries. I am the fairy Genesta. In my land of Tamir there is a remarkable tree. This tiny tree needs 100 years to bear a single fruit. But this is no ordinary fruit, for if a person were to eat it, they would find that good health and well-being would be theirs for many years. Rosella is much heartened by this news. Where is the land of Tamir? Genesta smiles. Tamir is very far away, but with my magic, I can bring you there. Rosella senses that there is more to the story. But I suppose there are some problems. Again, Genesta smiles. Yes, you are correct, Rosella. If you are willing to come to Tamir, I will explain the situation. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. Confused, Rosella says, I don't know. What if I can't help you or find a tree? Genesta pleads, You must decide now, Rosella. My powers are growing weaker by the minute. Now the fairy is but a faint glimmer, and her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes now. And suddenly, she's gone. Yes! The fairy, I presume? The lovely fairy speaks. I am the fairy Genesta. Welcome to Tamir. Rosella looks awestruck at the fairy. She is stunningly beautiful, but still there is a certain sadness to her. Finally, Rosella speaks. I know you would like me to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Genesta looks sadder than ever. You're wrong, Rosella. You see, I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday, as I was strolling through the woods, the lot, the evil fairy, caught me unawares and stole my magic talisman. The fairy sighs. She yanked it from my neck and raced away screeching with laughter. Immediately I felt my powers diminishing and my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned. Intently, Genesta looks at Rosella. The lot is very evil and will use the talisman to bring more evil to Tamir. Now I fear it will contaminate my whole country. Further, I cannot send you home without my talisman. Rosella is unsure as to what she can do. Meekly she asks, I want to help you, but how? You can do more than you think, Rosella, Genesta assures her. I believe you will be able to penetrate Lolot's domain. Suddenly, Rosella remembers the tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? Remorsefully, Genesta looks at Rosella. It will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the great mountains. Bravely fighting back tears, Rosella says, I will help you in any way I can, Genesta. How can I find Lolot? The beautiful fairy points eastward. Lolot's castle overlooks Tamir from the great mountains. Genesta looks weaker as she says, There's not much more I can do, Rosella. As it is, it will be difficult for me to fly home again. One thing I must do for you, Joe. I shall disguise you as a peasant girl, so as not to attract attention. Thank you, Ginesta, I think, Rosella stammers. It will be better for you, the fairy says. Well, I must be off while I can still fly. I know you can do it. Goodbye. Good luck. And she leaves us standing here on the beach by ourselves. Well, you're on your own, Rosella. That we are. And we have 2 quests apparently. One is to find that magic fruit. And the second is to find the lot and get the talisman back. And from what Ginesta told us, both of these objectives lie to the east. So I guess that is the direction we will start in. But first, let's look around, of course. A river coming from the east spills into the blue ocean before you. A lonely beach edges the ocean. From atop the bluff, a lovely meadow stretches eastward. Yes, another picturesque countryside. One thing you may already have noticed is that, like with the King's Quest I SCI remake, I am in fact using ScumVM to play this game and using their EGA undithering feature to remove the dithering, like in these blue areas in the water is where some of that dithering would be visible. It does make some of the edges seem a little bit more sharp, which is not so nice, but still, I think overall it is worth doing, especially because, like I said in King's Quest I, the dithering causes a rather nasty striping effect. In the videos. Anyway, and so let's set off on our adventure. Rosella, it should be noted, is one of the first female protagonists. Oh, and there was a unicorn, and we've already scared him off. Well, Rosella, like I was saying, is one of the first female protagonists in games. Not the first, but certainly one of the earliest ones. But despite being female, it seems that the unicorn is still afraid of us. I don't know if that would have made a difference. If I recall my care for magical creatures lessons correctly, I think it would have, actually. I think unicorns are more scared of men than women. If Harry Potter is to be believed, anyway. Okay, well, we'll see if we can find that unicorn, or do any of the other things we need to do, in the next video.